Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my third lecture on the topic regression equation. So without wasting any time, let us start with the type 2 of regression equation. So what is type 2? We have to find the regression equation when standard deviation and mean is given. Before I move on with the solution, let me clear the difference between type 1 and type 2. Type 1 and type 2, in both cases you have to find regression equation, but the different unknowns will be given. Like in type 1, x and y were given, that's why we use that table to get the value of bxy and byx. And in this case, in type 2, you have to find the regression equations when standard deviation and mean is given. So what does SD stand for? Standard deviation. So in order to make this concept clear, type 2, I've taken a question that is ISC 2018. What will be given is a variable x and y, two variables x and y, mean and standard deviation. Once again, SD stands for standard deviation, and this is correlation coefficient. What is this? Correlation coefficient. The notation is rho. And what is the value? 2 by 3. So let us move on with this particular question. So what is it that you are supposed to find? You have to find regression coefficient. What is your regression coefficient? It is bxy and byx. Regression equation of x on y. You don't have to find both. You just have to find x on y, and you have to find the value of x when y equal to 14. So let us start with the solution. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down all the values, whatever is given. So look at the table that will be given and write down the values. So mean of x, the notation is x bar equal to 6. Mean of y, y bar equal to 8. Standard deviation of x is 4, so we use this notation, sigma x equal to 4, standard deviation of y equal to 6, sigma y equal to 6, and correlation coefficient rho equal to 2 by 3. Is that clear? Now these are the 5 things that are given. Using these 5 things we have to find regression coefficient, regression equation, and x. Okay, so the first thing they have asked is regression coefficient. You know the regression coefficients are bxy and byx, but in this case we use a different formula because out here standard deviation and mean is given. So what is the formula? Bxy equal to rho will be there, b sigma x divided by sigma y. Easy to understand because what's the first variable? X, so sigma x by sigma y. That way you will not forget the formula. So equal to, what is rho? 2 by 3, sigma x is 4 and sigma y is 6. So when you cancel, you get 4 by 9. Similarly, byx, regression coefficient of y on x, rho will be there. What is the first variable? Y. So the numerator will contain sigma y and the denominator will contain sigma x. Put the value 2 by 3, sigma y is 6. You see, you can see sigma y equal to 6 and sigma x equal to 4. Cancel, you get 1. So the first part is done. Now move on to the second part. They have asked you to find the regression equation of x and y. I have explained this in my previous lecture also. If you have not watched, please don't forget to watch that, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Now regression equation of x on y, it starts with x. So x minus x bar equal to bxy, y minus y bar. So what is x bar? We already know, that is 6. What is bxy? You already found out, that's 4 by 9. Y as it is because it is an equation. Y minus y bar is 8. So when you put all the values and cross multiply, 9 into x is 9x, 9 6 is 54, 4 into y is 4y, 4 8 4 is 32, negative 54 goes that and becomes positive. So this is the final equation which you get. That is what had been asked in the second part of the question. That means regression equation of x on y. Now the third part is interesting. I'll revise one more time. I told you that whatever variable they tell you to find, you have to use that equation. Like in this case, you have to find x. That's why you have to use regression equation of x on y. If the question was to find y, you have to use regression equation of y on x. Please don't forget that. Now let us get the value of x also. Easy. X equal to question mark, y equal to 14. So what did I tell you? You have to find x. So we use x on y. So 9x equal to 4y plus 22. So 9x equal to 4 into, put the value of y, that's 14 plus 22. 56 plus 22, so 9x equal to 78. So x, 9 goes down and becomes division, 78 by 9. So x equal to 8.64. So this is the answer. Is that clear? So this is type 2. So basically, see, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to convert the entire topic into types so that you can remember the types. Remember that only these types are going to come in your ISC examination. Is that clear? So instead of practicing 40-50 questions, the moment you see a chapter on regression equation, you exactly know that you just have to practice three type of questions. So first type I've already explained in my lecture 2. This is type 2 lecture 3, and there's one more type 3 that I'm going to upload tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, so I hope you understood this. So once again, I just want to tell you the difference. Regression equation in both cases. In this type 2, standard deviation and mean is given. In the previous case, the value of x and y is given. That's why we made the table. Thank you so much.